What's up everybody, my name is Darth Jaswick and welcome back to my channel. Today we are rebuilding the Waterside Warble Karaoke Bar. Renamed it the Crooners Karaoke Bar if you're looking for it on my gallery. I just needed something that worked a lot better than this build does. The original Waterside Warble lot actually has a lot of like the main part of the bar outside because there's like I don't know how they built it, but for some reason the game just classifies it as being outside. And I've had quite an issue with my Sims going there and dying because they're freezing to death. So I wanted to build this lovely little karaoke bar as a, tribute to the Sims that I've lost. We are actually modeling it after the factory, debug building that's behind all of these apartments on the left or on the right of the build, and it's just making it look like a big old factory. We're gonna make it really big and kind of empty. Well, it's not empty; it's filled with stuff, but it looks, the ceiling is, very tall. I have no second floor because you don't need a second floor in a place like this. And then I'm trying to get a stage set up here, because I really thought that would be pretty cool for a karaoke bar. And any karaoke bar that I've been to always had a special stage for the karaoke machine. I also wanted it to feel very cozy yet industrial, so I do use a lot of the industrial loft kit, city living, and the Moschino windows. I think those are the only factory type windows that we have. We might have others, but I'm not thinking of any others right now. I know we have one that's kind of a rounded one from the base game, but it's not big enough. But it doesn't matter. So back to the speed build here. I was trying to find a door to put in the back to make it look like they get deliveries there or something like that. So originally I had this snowy escape door, and then I think I changed it to the industrial loft kit door afterwards, as I was playtesting and things like that, because I think the industrial loft kit door is one tile smaller, and it actually worked better than the snowy escape door. So this is something that I really like to do. I like to take the base game sign for bars and stuff, and then I put the Moschino wall lamp, the drink lamp, on top of it like it's a little tray. Just grabbing some roof paint and some trim, and also lowering these down just a little bit. I don't end up putting windows up there because there's really no point in having windows that far up, right there. I mean, you could put them just for decoration, but I don't really think it needed it because we have all these big windows, and the game gets weird if there's too many windows, so I just decided not to put them. I also got a dumpster in the back here because you always need a woohoo spot, especially at bars and stuff like that. You meet some people, you gotta woohoo them really quick. You're doing the 100 baby challenge like I am. I also wanted to use these cool kitchen grass leaf walls. So I was thinking about putting them up against the side of the building here, but that just didn't look right. So I ended up putting them under the balcony because your Sims can come here, take a picture in front of the grass wall, and then go inside and do some singing, karaoke. And I also use these tree planter boxes on all corners of the build, and then I kind of extended the sidewalk that's already in the game one more tile, just so I could actually build to the edge of the lot, because we can't do fences and things right up to unless they're one tile away. So I just made the sidewalk bigger. Well, they're a different color, but you get the idea. And this is what I came up with for the bathrooms. I just grabbed a couple high school years stalls, and the mirrors are also from high school years, and the sinks are base game. Put some toilet paper clutter and plants up on the shelves, and then I actually wanted it to seem like this toilet at the end was just broken. There's a fountain in it that shoots water out of it every couple of minutes, and it's just nasty. I put a bunch of slime from Strangerville on the floor and on the walls. So I put that, I think that's just from City Living Debug, the little caution sign and traffic cone. I put that in front of the stall so your Sims couldn't go in there. And we really only need like 2 bathrooms anyway, so it'll be fine. It adds a little gameplay fun. I also added the dine out chef station in the back just to make it look like a kitchen. And then I grabbed a industrial loft kit table and then put a bunch of like clutter and things on it from Debug to make it look like they had been working there or they prepped stuff there, you know, typical kitchen things. Got a bunch of spices on the counter, and I kind of alt place a bunch of things on it. I found like a meat cleaver from Debug and put that on there too. So that was fun. It took me like a long time of searching through Debug to find it though. One of these days I should make a video about like all of my favorite Debug items and just like have them like in a room or something and show off all those to you guys because there's a lot of like useful things in Debug. I also added a notebook on the table just to make it maybe look like a recipe book. You never know. Even the most experienced chefs still need a notebook every once in a while, or maybe it's their ordering list or something like that. I got the wine cooler from Dine Out and these like room dividers from City Living and just kind of put them behind the karaoke machine. And then I layered one of them on the side because they were a little too wide for the stage. I was also like trying to find this rack with a bunch of ingredients on it from Dine Out so I could put that in the kitchen just like back here by the chef station. Move that over a little bit because it was kind of blocking the way. And then I started just trying to figure out the layout of everything, adding some couches and by the front door so that your Sims could sit down up there if they wanted to chat, maybe get away from the music a little bit. And then I found these, I want to say they're City Living? Yeah, these are City Living couches. And then I kind of put them back to back and then added a half wall between them so that I could put a few candles up there. I did have to alt place them so they're not actually like sitting on the half wall, but half walls don't disappear anyway, so you can still see them and they're not like floating in midair. I also love the little bubble wall in the back. I wish I had put 2 of them in the build. I feel like that would have been really cool. But they don't, like that black portion at the top wouldn't go away, so it wouldn't look like one continuous bubble wall. I wish we had like different heights of it, so it was like, you know, a medium, like a short wall height, medium and tall wall height, but you know, I don't think The Sims really thought about that. I keep having to like take breaks from recording this because I'm having trouble breathing. The fires from Canada have been, like the smoke has been really bad in my area, so it's just been awful. Like the air quality is like, I think it was like 100 one day, or it was like, I don't know, it was really bad. Like it was literally like it was just foggy all day. But it wasn't fog, it was smoke. Like the first day that it really started getting really bad, I thought my house was on fire because that's how strong the smoke smell was. And I feel really bad for anybody who's been displaced by the Canadian wildfires. I'm really thinking of you, and I'm hoping that everything goes out soon. I know I've seen a few TikToks of the firefighters that are, you know, trying to put these fires out, and they're like down a bunch of crews, like 50 or something like that. They only have like a couple crews working on this huge fire, and you know, I'm praying and hoping for you guys to put it out and stay safe. I was also trying to like just grab like a few things that maybe add a little bit of gameplay besides the karaoke machine. Like that umbrella stand, you can actually like have your Sims go and take an umbrella for it and like choose a color for it. I think there's like a rainbow one, watermelon, and a like pink, purple, you know, all the basic. So something really cool about City Living is that it comes with a bunch of these like posters that you can collect from the events that happen around the city, like GeekCon or the Romance Festival. You can like buy posters or t-shirts from there, and like your Sim can collect them all. So I put a few of those just kind of around the build, and now I'm putting the candles up there. So I thought that looked pretty good. And I also have a like that tree branch lantern. I don't even know what you call it, but I put that by the chairs at the front. And then I grabbed some of these huge plants from Jungle Adventure. and I put them in the corners because they filled up a lot of space. I don't have to size them down at all like I usually would if I was just building like a house or something. And then I put like this debug bus station on the side of the road. I feel like that would be a good spot for a bus station. And I also added a busking station out front. Your Sims can come here and busk for money. And I also added these bubble blowing stations over by the stage. I don't know. I never use them. I never have enough space for them in my like regular house builds, so I put them in this bar. You know, it's a hookah bar, karaoke bar, not hookah, bubble blowing bar. Sorry. And then I just kind of rearranged the tables so they fit a little bit better. Moved these couple of them closer to each other, and then made sure all the lighting was okay. And now I'm just kind of working on the landscaping a little bit, adding this fake parking lot in the back. I really wish that we had cars. And like I feel like with the horse pack, like there was a car in the background. And I don't know if it was like a sculpture or if it was just a debug thing, and it's probably just a debug truck. I'm getting my hopes up that we get cars, but in the trailer at the like if you listen in the very first few seconds of the trailer for horses, there's like car horns. Are we getting cars, Sims? I don't know how it would work, but I really hope so. Like maybe your Sim just like gets in their car and like drives off the screen and then it goes to a loading screen. Like that's the only thing that I could think that would make sense. Especially if they added cars now. So right now I'm trying to get these little red bushes in here. Kind of wanted to mimic the C that's on the sign of the build. And I was trying to like mimic the landscaping at a popular hotel in my area. They have like a fancy shaped garden that is in like the shape of their logo. So that's kind of what I was trying to do, only like just the C, because I didn't have enough room for the whole thing. So I just settled on the C, and then I put some other like landscaping in the corner to like fill in the gaps. And then I thought it looked a little weird with the larger bushes, so I ended up going back and making them all smaller, and I feel like that looked a lot better. It's not extremely accurate, but it's pretty close for my first time ever doing something like that. At first I had like this aloe plant in the side, and then I ended up going through debug and getting a couple plants out of there. I was thinking about adding a fountain over top of it, but I feel like that didn't make sense because I just spent all that time putting in that C. Why would I cover it up? I was trying to find like a smaller fountain, but then I was just like, no, this isn't working. I don't want Sims to like walk through the bushes over there, so I just put this big fountain and a couple of these red fountain emitters. The middle one actually goes a little bit higher than the other two on the side. I feel like that's kind of typical of a fountain. And then I put some dirt underneath of the bushes, and I end up putting like the stone gravel just like around it. I had the busking station there, but I don't know what happened to it. I think it might have got deleted. So we're just like going through some debug things here and putting this Strangerville plants in the corner and a couple of these little aloe plants just from the base game, as well as like a cactus from Strangerville. But we are almost done with today's speed build. We're actually going to get right into the playtesting portion of the build. I have the lovely Miss Bella Goth as our karaoke singer. I also played with the lighting in this build, so it's mostly red, and it kind of like helps the stage lights really pop and focus on the singer. There's actually quite a few Sims in here. I'm actually surprised. They're all sitting down, they actually look like they're enjoying themselves, and they're actually sitting, which is really surprising. The bartender is sitting. That's why this is before I actually changed the door in the back because she couldn't access. I think it might have been intersecting the bar. It could be possible, but everybody seems to be taking turns pretty well when it comes to the karaoke machine. In the last build, there was like 2 or 3 karaoke machines, but I feel like your Sims were always like going back and forth between the 3 and getting confused. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. You can find all my builds on the gallery at Darth_Jeswick, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Bye, everybody.